What's up, everyone? Megan Olivi, Brett Okamoto here. UFC 296 is almost upon us, and I feel like this is one of the best pay-per-views, at least on paper, that we have put together in a long time. And that's saying something, considering how many great cards there have been. The main event, Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington, a fight we've talked about for a long time, but we'll finally get to see.
Yeah, I completely agree. Top to bottom, I think this card is very, very stacked. It's very, very interesting. It's got a lot of different storylines at play. Yes, I know we do talk about these pay-per-views and we're always like, man, this card is so great, this card is so great, and there's different levels of great. I do think this one stands above. I think, I don't know what people like if they think that Colby deserves this or not. Like he keeps saying that people say that he's not deserving of it, that maybe he's hearing that chatter, and I don't know if he's making it louder in his own head than it really is. I do think there are some people like, hey man, the dude's sat out for 20 months, and so why is he getting in a title fight? I think that Colby Covington is deserving of this. I think he had two extremely close fights with Kamaru Usman. He really believes that he won one of those and that the other one was stopped prematurely. So I think that he is deserving of this opportunity. I think he has done, when he needed to do something, he put together the types of performances that get you into this position. So this is his last shot, I think. I mean, you've already lost two, so he turns 36 in a couple months. So this is going to be his last shot, and right now Leon Edwards is flying high. I mean, the guy just like, since that kick, everything has gone well for Leon Edwards. So you've got stakes, you've got potentially last shot for Colby Covington, a different matchup at 170, a fresh matchup. I'm very excited for the main event.
Such interesting styles going head-to-head as well. That main event is going to be so exciting. Scheduled, of course, for 5 rounds, but also scheduled for 5 rounds. Another title fight, this one for the flyweight world title. Alexandre Pantoja, who will look for his first title defense against Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval is somebody who's maybe flying under the radar a little bit, but for those of us who have watched his career, immensely talented.
You're so right. Very much flying under the radar, and I don't know why, because he is super entertaining. So he's very, very fan-friendly, but he just has kind of lacked some of those big type moment fights, you know, and in one of them that he suffered a kind of an arm injury, so it ended a little bit weird. He's had sort of an understated career in terms of, yes, the recognition that he's getting, but this guy is good, he's confident, he's creative. Super interesting matchup. All the matchups at flyweight are interesting because it's just a very, very interesting division. These guys are capable of doing everything. I mean, Davison Figueiredo is a former champion, but he was saying, man, it's easy up here at 135 because these guys are moving slow, you know, like the flyweights are moving like this, and it's going to be that type of fight. It's going to be a frantic, fast-paced fight. Really, really entertaining, fan-friendly championship matchup.
I'm glad he gets to co-headline a card with such an intriguing fight like Leon and Colby as well, so we'll get some more eyeballs in that division because you know we love the flyweights. All right, rounding out this pay-per-view, we've got Shavkat versus Stephen Thompson, Tony versus Patty, and Vicente Luque versus Ian Gary. Brett, they told us talk about 3 fights. I'm going to let you pick what the third one is.
Dang, yeah, that is hard to do because, you know, I think the eyeballs are gonna go towards Tony, just because of, you know, the situation that he's in.
David Goggins. And
let's be honest, some of us are really worried about that, and others think it's a great idea. So there's there's that intrigue of like, is Tony going to come in just completely gassed out because of this hard training camp that he's gone through? So I think there's just a lot of intrigue there. This kind of almost turn that Patty was liked, and now he's not liked because of the way his last fight went, and now he's fighting just a beloved guy in the sport. So I think that that's the one that's going to kind of suck all the air out. But I'm interested to see Ian Gary. I think this guy has been talking ever since he came into the UFC. Like, I don't think he has stopped talking since the UFC signed him, but I have been so impressed, talk or not, of the development of his skills. He has looked so much better in every fight. I mean, in the beginning, he was kind of underwhelming. He had some kind of flat performances. He is cooking right now, and so I'm very interested to see what that matchup looks like with two guys who are familiar with one another because they've trained together. Yeah, well, facing a former teammate in Vicente Luque, this entire UFC 296 card is so great. What a way to close out 2023. That's our final event of the year, and we cannot wait for it. Brett and I will be on site to give you all the coverage you need for UFC 296.